Excellency, Madame Elvira Sarajeva, Vice Prime Minister of the Kyrgyz Republic, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure and a great honor to open this very first Central Asia Internet Symposium. We're very happy to be here in this wonderful country, in beautiful Bishkek, to present and start with you this conversation about the Internet. We're very excited to do so, but before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Frédéric Donck, and I'm the director of the European Bureau of the Internet Society. None of this would have been possible without an extraordinary and very proactive and professional cooperation from many persons that I would like to thank today. Starting, of course, with Talant Sultanov and his wonderful team. Talant is the director of the National Institute for Strategic Studies. Askar Kutanov, the regional coordinator of the current project. And Almas Bakinov from the National IT Center of the Kyrgyz Republic. They initially approached us with the idea of organizing an event to just discuss about the Internet and the Internet future, and of course we were extremely enthusiastic to contribute, and I will explain you why. So maybe let me take a few minutes to talk you through a bit of the Internet Society. We are an organization that has been created more than 20 years ago in '92 by those who we refer to as the fathers of the Internet, Vint Cerf and Bob Kahn. And our mission is fairly simple. We are really passionate about the Internet, and we want to promote an open development and open use of the Internet for the next billion. This is our global mission. We have a global presence. We have more than 100 chapters around the world. Chapters are local associations in different countries which actually have the same values and the same missions that we have, so they're very active at local level. We have more than 65,000 members, 145 organization members, 6 regional bureaus. The next one will be a bureau in the Middle East. We have bureaus in North America, Latin America, Africa, Asia, and I have the pleasure to lead the European Bureau from Brussels. We have 2 headquarters in Ruston and Geneva, and the figure 20 means that we have staff in 20 different countries, so we really have a global presence. In Europe, we have 30 chapters, so we can count on nearly 8,000 very active chapter members in our region, and I wish that after the conversation we could start having conversation of our Kyrgyz Republic chapters. That would be great. What it is that we do? We used to say that we are at the intersection of technology, policy and development. This is what we do. We home to the IETF. The IETF is the Internet Engineering Task Force, which is this global worldwide standardization body. We have priorities. You will hear us speak quite often about the multi-stakeholder approach. We believe that the Internet has been built with different contribution from the technical community, of course, but from businesses, civil society, and governments, of course. We're promoting the robustness and the resiliency of the Internet. We, of course, are advancing the deployment of core Internet infrastructure. We will come back on that today. And, of course, there's a human right perspective, which is quite close to our mission as well. Just one word about how we see the Internet. You have many definitions of the Internet. We will certainly come back on that today. But we believe that the success of the Internet is due to its unique model. The Internet, and that is really key, there is no central control. No one can claim that he or she owns the Internet. We all do own the Internet. It's based on open technical standards, on collaborative engagement, freely accessible processes, and of course transparent and inclusive governance. And this is just like how the IETF, which I mentioned, functions. I would invite you, if you have a chance once in your life, to attend an IETF meeting. You could really participate in real life in the Internet and the building of the Internet, and if you're there, you can even wave your hands and inject contribution. But my colleague Olaf knows just much more about that and might address that in a few minutes. Something else which we feel really important, innovation without permission. Nobody asks permission to launch Facebook, Google, Yahoo, whatever service on the internet. And this is again the key of internet success, we believe. Last but not least, there is a kind of birthday today, 40 years ago, through RFC, the 675, Vint Cerf made his first spec for TCP. And when you read it, you really understand what's the reasoning behind the internet, which aimed to be decentralized, end-to-end, and really open. So it means something at technical level. It means really that the intelligence is at the edge, that the intelligence is you, me, everybody in this room. But this is also a human meaning. We all are broadcaster, we all are contributor to the internet. This is a very important value to us, and I trust that we will be able to also address this during today. With this in mind, I would like to thank you, and I will ask our next speaker, Talant, to join me, or maybe you can speak from there, as you prefer. The floor is yours. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Frédéric, for a very good introduction, and happy 40th anniversary for TCP. I think it's really good that we are celebrating it today like this. It's a great pleasure to work with the Internet Society, with our partners in Bishkek. And now let me start speaking in Russian. Уважаемая Эльвира Хуаншбековна, уважаемые гости,
government authorities, non-profit organizations, businesses and diplomatic corps and mass media. Dear participants of the conference, welcome to our first Central Asian Internet Symposium. And we will have a very interesting agenda. We have high honored guests from Internet community, which is ISOC, which is one of the leading organizations promoting Internet. This organization is the administrator, .org domain, and we will have very many surprises. One of the fathers of Internet will address to you and will talk to you through video internet. It will be the first time in Kyrgyzstan when conference is held through live stream. And any person from any point of the world, any part of the world, can follow the conference live. I think today is a unique event. Why we're doing this? Because I would like to say a few words about this. We have the following objectives, and we try to achieve the following results. For our Institute of Strategic Studies, which is the analytical center of the government of the Kyrgyz Republic, and one of the tasks is where Kyrgyzstan should develop to. And we see that economy of knowledge, or knowledge economy, is one of the perspective areas. Knowledge economy is in the highest stage of development of the country, when the country is transferred from agriculture to industry to the service economy, and finally they reach the knowledge economy, when people earn living by intellectual products. We believe that Kyrgyzstan is a good country for this, because we should develop this. Our country is small. We do not have Kyrgyzstan is a landlocked country. We have very small market, and it is too early for Kyrgyzstan to be engaged in industry, because in order to export our products, the cost is very high. On the other hand, we have a free political regime, liberal economy, we have educated population, and we have low tax rates. These all enables and provides good conditions for people to deal with knowledge development, and in order for Kyrgyzstan to be competitive in the knowledge economy. And in Kyrgyzstan we have high level of education, and we need to stop worsening of the education and try to keep this level of high of education, and try to develop ICT and to create conditions for development of ICT in Kyrgyzstan. And we hope that thanks to cooperation with Internet Society and together with you, we will be able to develop and to generate ideas to facilitate development of knowledge economy in Kyrgyzstan. And I would like to finalize my report and providing you some facts, and because our institute likes different ratings, and we are following the Kyrgyzstan rating of Kyrgyzstan. Here we have good results and not so good results. Recently we have a Freedom House report on freedom of internet access, and Kyrgyzstan is 34. The rating of Kyrgyzstan is 34 in the world, which is not bad, but the average rate speed of internet and Kyrgyzstan in this term is 71st entry. And on the mobile internet in Central Asia, Kyrgyzstan is one of the most expensive. Probably the quality is good, but no, this is not true. It is expensive and slow. And we have the statistics. We have representatives of the World Bank, the Knowledge Economy Index, where the country is seen in respect to the knowledge economy. And now Kyrgyzstan is 95th country out of 200 countries, which is not so bad. But the bad thing is that the dynamics is not so good, because 10 years ago we were 13 places points better, and the dynamics is worsening. And we have 2 points from the group of the worst countries in these terms. Therefore, we need to change this position and try to develop knowledge economy in our country. Therefore, I would like to wish everybody fruitful work, and I hope that the output and results of our symposium will be very effective. Спасибо за такие слова. Конечно, мы будем обсуждать те вопросы, которые вы упоминали. Vint Cerf – это очень важный человек в нашем сообществе. Он является основателем TCP и
Google, and when we mentioned that we would have a conference here, he regretted he would not be able to participate, but wanted to share his view about this conference. So I'm glad that we have Vint by video.
Hello, my name is Vint Cerf. My name is Vint Cerf. I'm Google's Chief Internet Evangelist. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about infrastructure and its importance in the world today, and especially in the Central Asian republics. We all are familiar with infrastructure that we use every day, whether it's the road system or power generation and distribution systems, telecommunication systems. But the Internet has become an equally important, if not even more important, part of the daily lives of people in academia, in the government, in the private sector. What I think is very important to recognize is that investment in infrastructure is essential if the utility and benefits of the Internet are to be harvested. Connectivity to the rest of the world and connectivity to trading partners is essential to the growth of GDP. And the Internet is no different. If you don't have adequate capacity, if you don't have connections to the rest of the world's Internet, if you don't have inter-exchange points to link independent networks to each other in a convenient and efficient way, then the ability to harvest the utility of the internet is diminished. And so in this day and age, in the 21st century, it's really important to pay attention to improving the capacity and extent and scope and accessibility of internet basic infrastructure. So I hope that in the course of the meetings that you're conducting, that you will find ways of increasing this capacity, making it possible to invest not only through national means, but also through the private sector to increase accessibility of internet to all members of the population. As I recall, as the founding president of the Internet Society, one of our beliefs is that a society would emerge from the growth of the internet, and I think we've seen that over the last 3 decades. Today, it's timely for the Central Asian republics to become part of the world's economy in the use of the internet and reaching markets that the internet can touch that you might not otherwise be able to reach. So I commend you for holding this conference, for discussing the possibilities that the internet offers, and I hope I will hear, as a result, new plans in place for the growth of infrastructure that's required to make the internet accessible to everyone. I'm sorry I can't be there in person, but I look forward to seeing you on the net.
Thank you, Vint. So it sounds like it's on streaming. It's a video, actually, and you will be able to see it again. It will be posted on our website soon. With this in mind, we are very honored to have you here today, Excellency, and I would like to give you the floor. Thank you very much.